Well, I am very happy to be here. This is my second time here in the country, in Bucharest. And why? Because even the name of our address in my office in Chile is Bucharest. And always when I am here, I'm feeling home. You know, well, we have the presentation ready. Well, I want to share with you some highlights about us. We are talking about BYD. BYD, the name is Build Your Dreams. And the good thing is that this dream now is real. It's not only a dream. And I like to share with you some important highlights about this. Well, recently in Papenburg in September, we received this worldwide record. This is the U9 Extreme Limited Edition. This is the fastest car of the planet and come from BYD. This is the capability of BYD. This is an example of our technology. The record was 496.22 kilometers per hour. This is possible because this car has more than 3,000 horsepower. And this car now is not on a prototype. You know, this is a car that is real, that is available in the market, and was done for a group of engineers from BYD. This past year, we are pleased to announce that BYD has risen to number 91st or 91 on the Fortune Global 500 list. You see that it's a big, job in these 30 years, of the company, but we are doing a very good job, not only with the brand, not only with our technology, even, with our commitment, in sustainability, and we can review some data here. But BYD is a global leader in new energy technology company. We are not talking about only passenger cars. We are on a company that is part of the global, of the complete ecosystem. We have business in acquisition, in solar panel. We have business in storage, in energy storage, and we have business, of course, in green transportation. Even we are the first and only company worldwide to provide a full portfolio of new energy solutions or energy vehicles. You can see here that we call 7+4+2. This is all our portfolio available that is not only passenger cars. Even you can see that in my country, in Chile, we have more than 1,000 electric buses, or in the UK, in London, the double-decker electric buses come from BYD. This is the reason that is why BYD is so unique, because it's not only about passenger cars. It's a technology company with a full portfolio, and that is part of the complete ecosystem. And some figures. BYD today, with the data until September of this year, is the third company around the world in the total auto industry. And this is the reason that I mentioned that it's not now a dream. This is real. And now we are the number one in the total auto industry in new energy vehicles. In vehicles in electric cars and PHEV, we are the number one. And in the total auto industry, even with our competitors in IC cars, we are the third company around the world. And a lot of this success, come from overseas. And this is the reason that I am here. I spend three countries my average is 3 countries per week. I come from Chile, but I need to fly in a couple of hours to Barcelona because our work is in this way. We don't have, time to lose. We need to try to spend time in our market to understand the society. Overseas is very important for us. Until now we sold more than 785,000, units this year, and almost the double of 2024. Another example. It took to BYD 13 years, to try to achieve, 1 million, the first 1 million units sold. And here we have an example that, in Brazil, a couple of weeks ago, we launched, our 14 million units sold, and our new factory in South America. And we are very proud of this. Now, practically, we have 1 million per quarter, units sold. This is something that we call the BYD speed. And we know that the globalization is fundamental, and in the process of this globalization, we need to bring our technology, to our market, to more close to our market. This is the reason that in Brazil we launched and we entered into operation recently in Brazil, the new factory, and now we are working to bring and to open our new factory in Hungary, in Europe. And this is something, it's only the beginning, because we know very well that we come from China, but we know very well too that we need to bring, our technology to our market. But I follow today 80 markets, and all the people ask me, when we are in the beginning in some market, who is BYD? And always I mention, BYD is a technology company made by engineers. This is BYD. And why is so unique? What means this? Today, BYD has more than 120,000 engineers only in R&D. We have an average of 45 patents per working day. Each day, we have an average of 45 patent applications. We have around 1 million employees, and we have 120,000 only in R&D. This is the reason that you can see here an amazing product, the BYD Sea Lion 7 or the BYD Seal, because we have the best technology in the world. This is the reason that we are the number 3 company in the world and the number 1 in new energy vehicles. And I love the soccer, and always I mention, and this is a soccer game. The first half was the electrification, to try to bring the electromobility to our market. And we know very well that now the second half is the intelligence. We know that we need to bring intelligent innovation and technology to our market. And you can see here in this video about our autonomous technology and a big example about our capability in this intelligent innovation. We can see.
Is this all? No, there's more. Nighttime Autonomous Racetrack Challenge. When night falls, can it still achieve precise control while racing autonomously on the track?
Well, this is the capability of BYD. This is the reason that is so important for us, our team of R&D. And now, when we talk about our daily life, the intelligent technology, now with one button, we can have, the valet parking. And we don't need to be aware, afraid or worry about the valet parking or to try to park in your car in the shopping mall, because now with a button, the car can do this, without the driver. And this is the kind of technology that is not prototype. It's technology that today is available, in the different market, and probably soon is available here in Romania. And we know that other important topic is the flash charging. We know that charge the car take time. For this reason, we bring this new technology that was launched in China, and we are working to bring this to Europe now soon. is a flag charging super e-platform that you have 400 kilometers in only 5 minutes. Each, practically second, you have 2 kilometers. We don't have excuse now. That practically we have the same time that you charge your IC car, now you charge, your electric cars or PHEV cars. And this is something huge and very important. I am totally sure the game changer, for our customer. Our goal is to bring this, from this charge station, around 6,000 in overseas for the next year. And we believe a lot that this is very important for our customer. Our strategy, is about to bring the best technology in electric cars, full electric cars, and PHEV. In PHEV, we call this technology dual mode intelligence or super hybrid. Why? Because you have today, with the CLU DMI here in the country, we have more than 1,000 kilometers of range. You can go to practically different cities with this kind of range. I can show you an example too. And today we have more than 7 millions, 7.3 millions of DMI customer around the world. Because we believe that the electric cars is not enough, and the PHEV is probably the transition of many of our customers that need a long range, of cars. And this is something very successful. And you can see here an example with the CLU DMI, that you have more than 1,000 kilometers of range. You can go to Bucharest, to Vienna, with one charge. This is technology that, again, is not prototype. This technology is available in our showroom. You can buy today this car, and this is one of the best-selling, PHEV or super hybrid cars that we have in Europe. And now some figures, because we are talking about technology, innovation, but what happened with the result? And you can see here that in America and Latin America, we start practically 3-4 years ago. I have around 4 years in the company, and we start 3-4 years ago to sell cars in Brazil, in Mexico, and now we are the #1 in all the markets in PHEV and EV cars, and in the total auto industry, we are the #8 in Brazil and #7 in Mexico. Remember that Mexico and Brazil is country with more than 100 million of population. And today, BYD is very successful. And of course, that this country in the beginning was very complicated with the infrastructure, because they don't have a lot of infrastructure for charge the cars, etc. But finally, today, the people, don't have doubt that electromobility is part of the future. And we can see what happened here in Europe. Now we repeat the same, wave now. The same situation in Europe. We can see that in UK, in Spain, in Germany, this year by year, we grow more than 500%. 500%. And even in Italy, more than 1,000%. This is the BYD speed. And when we see now Middle East, because I follow now Middle East too, we can see the same. In UAE, we are growing more than 200%. In Morocco, we are the #1. We are doing a very good job in practically all the market around the world, different habits of people, different customer, different culture, but finally, BYD is there, and our technology is very successful. We believe a lot that to combat the climate change is about us, depends, about many partners, and we are doing our job. We believe that we are changing the world with electromobility, with green solutions, in the full ecosystem, not only in passenger cars, in energy storage. Remember, with batteries, because we are in our DNA, is the technology of batteries. Our Blade battery in the car is made by BYD. It's the most sophisticated and safe battery in the world. And this makes the difference a lot. Our mission is to cool the earth by 1 degree. Everything that we are doing in our market is with this mission, not only to sell cars, not only to achieve the target, is to cool the earth by 1 degree. This is the reason that we call BYD, Build Your Dreams. This is our dreams. And our commitment with sustainability is very strong. 100 carbon neutrality across the entire value chain by 2045. It's very strong. Remember that we are a public company, and sustainability is something very relevant, important for us. And what does this mean? More than 100 billion kilograms carbon emissions saved. you know. This is a reason that our mission is the core of our business. We are very concerned about the customer experience, but we are very concerned about our planet. And we know that we can do this, and we need to do this together. And before to finish, we want to say that we want to Romania to be part of this new global era of mobility. Our commitment is very strong. We need to build, the trust with our customer, with our local customer. We are in the process to build a strong local team. We need to building, our brand, the perception of the brand. We need to tell our storytelling. We need to find good partners that help us to tell the story, from China, from BYD, because it's very successful and it's very aligned with the interests of our customer today, and deliver the best technology and innovation that practically makes sense to our people. This is the reason that we say, this is not a car, this is a BYD. I can show you in a video, and thank you for this invitation.